So you decided you're moving to Atlanta, Georgia, huh? But the weather, the cost of living, the opportunity, it all makes sense. But figuring out where to actually live around Atlanta, Georgia, that's where most people get stuck. I've helped hundreds of families make this exact call that you're thinking about. And it always comes down to these 4 cities. People who are leaving New York, New Jersey, even Florida, and they are landing in North Atlanta right here, wondering what they waited so long for. You get more home, more land, and of course, better schools. And you still have access to the major city of Atlanta right down the street. But picking the wrong suburb is a mistake that you're going to feel 6 months after moving in. Now, these 4 cities are the ones that I tell any family to look at first. I want to start with Canton, Georgia, because this is the one that surprises people the most. And honestly, it might be the biggest hidden gem in all of North Atlanta, Georgia right now. And most people start their Atlanta suburb search. Canton, Georgia isn't even on the radar. And I get it. You probably never even heard of it. It sounds far, it sounds rural, but here's what I tell every single family who says that to me. Just go visit Canton, Georgia on a Saturday morning. Just go one time, just once, because the minute you walk through their downtown, you're gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about. Canton, Georgia has a real, walkable, charming downtown. I know people are looking for that. We're talking restaurants, bars, coffee shops, local boutiques, all along the river right there. It's beautiful. It has this vibe that feels like a small town, but with big city energy. And think of it like, I don't know, something like a southern version of New England Main Street. That's a good example, except the weather is actually good. And the growth happening there right now, it's real. More like unreal, but it's real. Newer restaurants are opening like every single week. New developments are coming in all the time. And the home values, it's moving right along with it. I had a couple who relocated from Long Island last year. They had 2 kids, right? Suburban life, done with all the taxes and the cost of everything. They came down and expecting to compromise. Well, they left on that trip with a house that was twice the size of what they had and half the price. That's Canton, Georgia for you. Now, they called me about 3 months after they closed and they moved in, and they said, Robert, we feel like we cheated the system. And honestly, they kind of did. And look, it's not unique to just them. That's the conversation I have with families all the time. And honestly, those are some of our favorite calls. So if you're sitting there trying to figure out where you land in all of this, just call or text the number on the screen right now. Amber and I genuinely love hearing from families just like you who are making the move, just like as we did. And that's exactly why we do this and make these videos. Now, here's why Canton, Georgia makes so much sense right now in 2026. The price point is still one of the most approachable in the entire North Atlanta corridor. You're gonna get more land, you're gonna get more home, bigger yards, and you're still within a reasonable drive of everything else that's probably on your list. For families who want the space, who want a slower pace without sacrificing that community, Canton, Georgia is it, and that's gonna be your answer. In Cherokee County, where Canton, Georgia actually sits, is one of the fastest growing school systems in the entire state. If you have kids that are in sports, in school activities, and anything competitive, the investment happening in Cherokee County schools right now is serious. Now listen, my son plays lacrosse, my daughter plays soccer, both at high competitive levels. And one of the first things that my wife Amber and I looked at when we moved to North Atlanta is, where are all the facilities? Where are all the fields? Now, Cherokee County is building infrastructure that matches its growth. You have new schools, new athletic complexes, you have new programs, and that matters when you're raising a family that's young, or maybe your kids are a little bit older. Now, here's the honest truth about Canton, Georgia. Okay, you ready? The commute into Atlanta, it's real. If you're going in to the city maybe 4 or 5 days, you gotta factor that in, because the Highway 575, which is your main artery into Atlanta, and like any other Atlanta highway, rush hour is rush hour, and it doesn't last just 1 hour. But if you're hybrid or you're remote, or you're just genuinely just done with the grind of the city life, Canton, Georgia might be exactly what you're looking for. And for the families coming from Long Island or New Jersey who spent years commuting into Manhattan a drive down 575 is going to feel like a vacation for you. Now, the next city gets a lot more attention than Canton, Georgia. I can promise you that. And it earns every bit of it. We're talking about Alpharetta, Georgia. Now, Alpharetta, Georgia gets a lot of attention and it deserves every bit of it, just like I said. But here's what I want you to understand. Alpharetta is not just a suburb, it's a destination. This city has completely reinvented itself over the last decade or so. And right now, it might be one of the most well-rounded cities in all of North Atlanta and maybe even in Atlanta. A lot of my clients who are coming from the New York Metro gravitate toward Alpharetta first, and I get it. It has the energy that people are looking for. It has the pace, that polished feel, but without the cost and without the congestion as well. And without the winters, I might add onto that as well. Now, you've also got places within Alpharetta. You've got the Avalon. And if you haven't seen the Avalon, picture this, ready? An open air, walkable, mixed use district with a bunch, and I'm talking a bunch of high-end restaurants, boutique shopping. You also have a movie theater, green space. It even has a farmer's market. My wife absolutely loves a farmer's market in Alpharetta. And on top of that, you have all the residential, all right there inside of it. It's the kind of place where you're gonna go for dinner and you're gonna end up staying for 2 or 3 hours, right? We've taken our kids there on a Saturday night and nobody wants to ever leave. And that's just Alpharetta, Georgia for you. And then you also got the city center, downtown Alpharetta's revamped district with a great lawn. You have the community events, you have incredible food, and of course, live music on the weekends. That's probably one of my favorite things. On a Friday night in the summer, that place is electric. Families, young professionals, people who moved here from across the country, they're all out there living their best life. You can see the smiles, you can see it right there, and it doesn't feel forced. It feels earned. Alpharetta has a rare combination. It has the feel of a city, but it functions like a suburb. And the tech corridor right there in Alpharetta is no joke. You have Microsoft, Salesforce, Google, all right there. So if you're relocating for work in tech or finance, that city puts you right in the zip code that you want to be in. Honestly, for the spouse who isn't commuting, the quality of life is hard to beat. The restaurants, the shopping, the events, there's always something to do in Alpharetta, Georgia. Now, let me be real with you about the price point, because Alpharetta, Georgia is not cheap. Entry-level price points, now keep in mind, entry-level in Alpharetta, Georgia is gonna start in the high 500s to about low 600,000s. And that number climbs extremely fast if you're moving into a more established neighborhood or a better location closer within the city. But here's what I want you to think about, right? So think about this. You're paying for the infrastructure. You're paying for the proximity within Alpharetta. You're paying for one of the best school systems in the entire state. Fulton County schools, some of the top rated schools in all of Georgia are right there in Alpharetta. Now, and for most of my families who I talk to, the schools, that is one of the most important things. And Alpharetta has to be in the conversation if schools are on the top of your life or top of your list. Now, the lifestyle is polished. The amenities are A-level. And honestly, if you're coming from the tri-state area and you've been used to paying a premium to feel like you're living somewhere nice, well, Alpharetta is gonna feel very familiar, just with a little more breathing room. That's when most people call us, when it clicks and they can actually afford to live just like the way they want. And we absolutely love those calls. So if that's where you're at right now, call or text the phone number on the screen and let's walk you through exactly what that looks like for you and your family. We're here for it, all right? Okay, let's get into the next city. And this one is very specific, well, for a very specific kind of family, I should say, right? The family that wants the outdoor living baked into their everyday life. You don't have to go on vacation for the outdoor living, but it's right there, not just on vacation, because this next suburb has something literally no other city on this list can offer. And once I show you what it is, you're gonna understand it immediately. The next city that we have on our list is Buford, Georgia. Buford is one of those cities that just keeps showing up on every suburb best list, right? And there's a reason for that. Ready? Here are the 3 reasons. Location, location, location. Now, Buford, Georgia sits at the intersection of 985 and I-85 right there, which means you've got direct highway access running in multiple directions. You can be in Gainesville in 20 minutes. You can be in Duluth or Sewanee in 15 minutes. And you can be in Atlanta, Georgia in under an hour, depending on where you live within Buford, Georgia. For families, one spouse is commuting, the other is working remotely, Buford's location is a massive advantage for that type of family. You're not stuck, you're not landlocked. You've got options in every direction. But it's not just the highways. Buford, Georgia also has Lake Lanier. Let me say that again. Lake Lanier, which is a 38,000 acre body of water. It's extremely fun in the summertime. It's fun all year long. You get hundreds of miles of shoreline. You have marinas, beaches, boat rentals, fishing, paddleboarding, all of it, and some of the most beautiful waterfront homes in the entire Atlanta market. If you want that, Buford, Georgia is for you. And for my Florida families that are coming from Tampa and that area, Buford just hits different because they're used to the waterfront. They're used to outdoor living being a part of their everyday lifestyle. And Lake Lanier scratches that itch in a big way. Now, we took the kids out on the lake last summer. My son is still talking about it. Even though we're in the next summer, he's ready to go back. My daughter wants to go there every single weekend and go hang out at Margaritaville. And that's exactly what the lifestyle in Buford, Georgia offers. It's an outdoor life that doesn't feel like a sacrifice to get there. You're not giving up good restaurants or good retail. You also have North Georgia Mall, which is right there, one of the largest malls in the Southeast, the largest mall in Georgia for that matter. You got great dining coming into the area, but you also have the lake. And how many suburbs can honestly say that? Now, here's something most people don't think about. When your kids grow up around a lake or a lake in their backyard, that's a childhood they're always going to talk about for the rest of their lives. Summers on the water, weekends on the boat. That's a lifestyle only people dream about, right? In Buford, Georgia, it's on a random Tuesday that you're gonna get that. Now, the schools in Buford, Georgia, Buford City Schools has an exceptional reputation. People move to Buford just for that school district. One of the top performing small school systems in the entire state of Georgia. You have small class sizes, you have a tight community, you have really high academic standards. Now, if you land inside the city limits of Buford, these are the schools that your kids are going to be walking right into, and that matters. And for families who want value, who want outdoor lifestyle, who want access without feeling like they're landlocked, Buford, Georgia, 100% should be on your list. And here's the thing about Buford. The homes near the water and inside that school district, they don't sit very long. So if this is resonating with you as far as Buford, Georgia, just call or text the number on your screen and let's get ahead of it together. We love helping families find this exact kind of thing and the exact fit for what you're looking for. Okay, I saved this last one for a reason because this one's a little personal to me. And I want to tell you not just what makes it great on paper, but what it actually feels like on a random weekday, because that's the part nobody puts in their brochure. Now, we're gonna kind of lump the city and the county together because it's kind of one, which is Cumming, Georgia and Forsyth County. Look, I could give you the stats on Forsyth County all day. One of the fastest growing counties in the country for years running. One of the highest median household incomes in the entire state of Georgia. You have school systems that are consistently ranked number 1, number 2, number 3 as the best in Georgia just on niche.com. All that is true. But what I really want to tell you is what it actually feels like on the ground. Now, when Amber and I relocated our family to North Atlanta, we were coming from Texas. And before that, we were living in Southern California, in Los Angeles, and in San Diego. So we've lived in a lot of places. We know what a great suburb feels like. And we know what a mediocre one feels like as well. And what surprised me the most about Forsyth County wasn't just the growth. It was the community in general. I'm talking about showing up to a lacrosse tournament on a Saturday morning and knowing half the parents on the sideline. I'm talking about my daughter's competitive soccer programs and the caliber of the club athletics available to all the kids who live here. Now I'm talking about neighbors who actually know each other and wave to you. You have block parties, you have kids playing outside until the dark, until the sunlight, or until the street lights come on. People who actually wave to you in their driveway and they may not even know you. That's something that you just find everywhere here within Forsyth County. You don't find that everywhere else. And I say that as someone who lived in Southern California and Texas. That sense of genuine community, it's real here. And the families I see choosing Forsyth County the most often, they're coming from places like the Northeast, from New York, from New Jersey, Connecticut, Wisconsin, Michigan. They want the schools, they want the safety, they want that tight-knit community feel, and they want to stop paying income taxes at those New York and New Jersey rates. Georgia's tax environment compared to New York and New Jersey, it's a night and day difference. For a family earning a solid income, the difference in what you actually keep in your pocket every year is significant. It's so much money. And that money goes right back into your pocket, back into your home, back into your kids, just back into your life. So when you layer all that on top of everything Forsyth County and Cumming, Georgia has to offer, it's a very hard place to leave. The Cumming City Center is one of the most exciting developments in the Atlanta market right now. You have a walkable, mixed-use district with restaurants, you have retail, event space, and just community programming built from the ground up with modern family in mind. And that's really important when you're relocating. We've taken the kids there for the concerts on the green space, and they love it. We've had dinner there on a Friday night with friends, and the friends always say how much they enjoy it. And every single time, it feels like the community is thriving when we show up to the city center within Cumming, Georgia. And that's hard to manufacture. Now, let's talk about the real estate, because Forsyth County price point sits right at that median to a little bit above average price point. It's kind of more that upper side of things. You'll find across North Atlanta. Not everything in Atlanta, Georgia is going to be cheap, but not everything is really expensive. And I would say Cumming, Georgia kind of fits right in that middle spot. That entry level price point in Cumming, Georgia is typically going to be in the upper 500s to the lower 600s. And if you move in to new construction, you're probably looking around the 700,000 or 800,000. If you're looking for luxury or things on the lake, you're definitely going to be over $1 million. But here's the key. The value that you're getting in Forsyth County is remarkable. You're gonna have big homes, you're gonna have planned communities with serious amenities, you're gonna have pool, tennis courts, clubhouse, walking trails, and in many cases, you're getting more square footage and more land than a comparable price home in some other suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. And the schools, Forsyth County consistently ranked among the top school systems in the entire state. For families relocating with kids, this is typically the deciding factor. And from a personal experience, the level of investment in the youth athletics and the community programs here is really just next level. My kids are in programs here that flat out didn't exist in some of the other places that we lived. And honestly, that's why a lot of families we work with end up choosing Forsyth County. Now, if Forsyth County is speaking to you, call or text the phone number on the screen and let's chat about it. Seriously, we love the conversations. There's nothing better than helping a family find the perfect place that feels just right. Okay, let me bring this all together for you because I know what you're thinking right now. These all sound amazing, Robert. And how do I actually choose? Here's how I break it down. If you want maximum value, more land, and that small town feel with a charming downtown, Canton, Georgia is probably going to be your city. Now, if you want more of that polished, amenity-rich, career-connected lifestyle in North Atlanta, Alpharetta, Georgia is probably going to be your city. If you want outdoor living, lake access, and unbeatable highway connectivity, Buford, Georgia is going to be your option. And then of course, if you want elite schools, a strong sense of community, and a place your family is growing and they're going to grow for the next 20 years. And if you want to be my neighbor, Cumming, Georgia and Forsyth County is going to be your option. There's no wrong answer here at all. But the right answer depends on your life, on your priorities, and your family. And here's the thing. That's exactly what Amber and I, that's what we do. That's what we are here for. we're not pushing you toward one zip code or another. We're here to help you find the right fit for you and the family, because being able to relocate a family, that is hard. We know what it feels like to sit in a laptop looking at different states, different locations, trying to figure out where to plant your roots. And scrolling through Zillow at midnight, wondering if you're making the right call, that's not something you want to do either. We want to make this the easiest process for you. Just call or text the phone number right there on the screen. We are real people and we pick up. You're probably going to talk to me. We'll have a whole conversation about your needs and wants about relocating. And if you want a head start before we even talk, text the word relocation, text that one word to the phone number on the screen, which is my cell phone number, and I'll send you over a free North Atlanta relocation guide. Absolutely free. I'll just send it right over to you. Everything you need to know before you make the move, or even decide if this is going to be the place for you. It's going to talk about the schools, the neighborhood, cost of living, and even how to get here all in one place. No strings attached. And before you go, make sure you check out this video right here, because if you're still trying to figure out what it actually costs to live in this area, that video breaks it all down. We're gonna give you real numbers, real neighborhoods, no fluff. And I'll see you guys over there.